Two cloud giants, Google Cloud Platform and Linode, go head-to-head. Which one really delivers? On the left, Google Cloud Platform, powering massive enterprises worldwide. On the right, Linode, the go-to for developers wanting reliability and simplicity. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. Alright, let's plot out what actually matters here. We're gonna break this down into price, features, global reach, usability, security, and compliance and support. Yup, that should give you the full picture. Okay, let's kick it off with price. First up, Google Cloud Platform. Honestly, their pricing is super flexible, lots of pay-as-you-go options. But here's the thing, for small projects, man, it can get expensive fast. And don't get me started on their pricing tables, they're complicated. Now Linode, oh you know what? Linode really wins the simple, straightforward pricing award. It's predictable, flat monthly rates, no surprises. Perfect if you want a budget and not do algebra just to host a server. The flip side is, not all the fancy features are at the entry level, but for most developers, it's kind of a no-brainer. Winner. Linode takes this round pretty easily. Next up, features. Google Cloud Platform here is honestly stacked. You want AI, ML, serverless, heck, you want analytics so advanced you feel like a data scientist, all there, auto-scaling, enterprise security, you name it. Downside, there's a steep learning curve for basically everything advanced, and yeah, setup can get complicated. Now Linode, I'll say, is just straightforward. VPS, object storage, core compute, fast setup, no frills, but it's missing a lot of those extra bells and whistles. It's Linux-centric, sure, but if you need Kubernetes or anything machine learning, you're not getting it here. So for features, Google definitely takes the win. Let's talk global reach. With Google Cloud Platform, we're talking massive data center spread all over the world. This means your apps run consistently pretty much everywhere, though you do have to watch out for those region prices that sneak up on you, and yeah, some locations can get pricey. Linode is growing, especially with Akamai in the mix, and their data center locations are strategic, but compared to hyperscalers like Google, the reach is still kinda limited. Regions in Europe and Latin America could be better. So winner for worldwide coverage, definitely Google Cloud Platform. Oh, and here's something cool I bet you didn't know. Linode actually started way back in 2003, kind of ancient in cloud years, while Google joined the game in 2008 after running their own search engine for ages. So both have deep roots, just pretty different journeys. Usability time. Google Cloud Platform's web and CLI tools are actually pretty slick, but there's a but, some tools really expect you to be an expert. Initial setup, kinda steep learning curve for newbies. Over to Linode. This is what most developers rave about. The interface is super easy to use, especially for spinning up Linux VPS. Simple, fast, no drama, limited managed services though, and if you want to get fancy, flexibility might be missing. For usability, I'm actually giving this one to Linode. Security and compliance next. Google Cloud Platform, yeah, their security is enterprise grade with a ton of compliance certifications and dedicated tools. If you're working in finance, healthcare, big enterprise, you want these. Only catch, a lot of their tooling is kinda complex for smaller teams. Linode, meanwhile, does the basics securely, and for most average needs, that's more than enough. But if you're in a really regulated industry or need deep compliance checks, it's not up to Google's standards. So for top-notch security, Google Cloud Platform wins. Last, let's hit support and service. Google Cloud Platform has, no joke, really detailed documentation. They do offer premium support, but brace yourself if you want it because the price tags are serious. On the basic tier, you're mostly left with docs and community forums. Linode, and this is pretty cool, gives you seriously personalized 24/7 customer service, actual humans responding. But yeah, they're not going to have the same global reach or depth for massive enterprise queries. For this one, honestly, it's a tie. If we plot it all out visually, price, features, global reach, usability, security, support, honestly, you can see Linode is super strong for budget and usability, while Google Cloud Platform stretches way out in the features and enterprise areas. So here's my real take. If you've got a big project needing all the features, scalability, and compliance, Google Cloud Platform is where you want to be. But if you're a developer looking for solid reliability, easy setup, and not trying to break the bank, Linode, aka Akamai Connected Cloud, is still unbeatable for straightforward stuff. Want more deep tech comparisons? Tap subscribe to stay cloud savvy.